Welcome to the 𝐂𝐫𝐫 Proprietary Limited Oracle Primavera P6 PPM Professional Video Training Course. Why invest in a course written by Paul Harris? I wish to tell you about my background to help you decide whether you wish to invest in one of my training courses. In this presentation, I'll demonstrate my experience in project controls and scheduling, my relevant industry qualifications. I will outline the training material I have written, and I'll give you background on the way I write and present my material. Experience in project controls and scheduling. I have the following experience. I worked on a number of projects in Australia in the construction and IT industries, including underground surface mining, railways, roads, aircraft hangars, process plants, banking, communication projects. I've worked in the project controls industry for a number of years and assisted many companies in a range of industries to set up and run project control systems. Initially, I helped companies select and implement estimating and cost management systems, and when I got involved in writing, planning and scheduling software books, I've helped a number of companies set up and run Primavera P6 systems, Microsoft Project or Astor Power Project systems, and integrate them with their other project controls processes. I run 𝐂𝐫𝐫 Proprietary Limited, a Melbourne-based company which offers project controls consulting and training services, again with a strong focus on Microsoft Project, Eleco Soft Power Project, and Primavera software. Relevant industry qualifications. I have the following qualifications relevant to writing project management and scheduling training material. I have an honours degree in civil engineering obtained in the UK at Brighton University. I'm a certified cost engineer through AAC International in the US. I'm a registered Prince 2 practitioner. I'm a Managing Successful Programs registered practitioner, and I have a certificate for in training and assessment from the Australian Institute of Management in Melbourne. Books and courses I've written over 50 scheduling books and training courses over the last 20 years. In summary, I started writing books on P3 and SureTrack. Primavera Systems then asked me to write a book on Primavera version 4, which was their new software, and I've updated this now through to Primavera P6 version 19. I wrote a book on Microsoft Project 2000, update this over the years to the latest version. I got a 99 Tricks and Traps book, which is a pocket book. And I've also written some training material on Eleco Soft Power Project. I started off with version 13. This is now updated to the latest version. I got a Principles of Planning for Building and Construction, a Practical Application for Earned Value Performance Measurement, and a Planning for Contracts course as well. Why buy my courses? Well, some information on my courses. First of all, they're designed to teach planners and schedulers in any industry how to set up and use the software in a project environment. They explain in plain English and in a logical sequence the steps required to create and maintain an unresourced or resource schedule. And they tackle some of the more complex aspects of the software that the user manuals usually do not address. And they highlight sources of information and methods that should be employed to produce a realistic and useful project schedule. I hope you enjoy looking and reviewing my courses, and please contact me if you have any questions. Course objectives. The objectives of the course are to teach participants an introduction to the user interface and how to plan projects without resources. We'll look at filters, layouts and printing enable you to output your program. We look at baselining and how to update an unresourced project. We look at how to create and assign resources and roles to a project and therefore creating a resource program. We then move on to controlling projects with resources and costs and therefore how to update a program that has resources and costs assigned to it. We'll look at setting up and administrating a database plus of the advanced features such as import and export. We look at activity codes and user-definable fields and global change. Successful completion of all the course workshops will confirm that the objectives have been met. Moving on, let's have a look at the course agenda. Chapter 1 and 2, or Module 1 and 2, are the introduction, creating a project plan, which ensure we understand the same terminology. We then look at how to start up and navigate, how to create a project, how to define calendars, creating a project work breakdown structure, adding activities and organizing them under the work breakdown structure, formatting the display, adding relationships. We'll look at the activity network view and constraints, and at this point you will have sufficient information to create an unresourced program. Next we look at group sorts and layouts, filters and printing reports, enabling you at this point in time to output your program. We then look at scheduling options and setting a baseline and updating resource schedule. So module 15 and 16 enable you to understand how to baseline a project and update it, which is normally completed on a regular basis as the project progresses. We then look at user and administration preferences that you should understand before you assign resources. We look at how to create roles and resources, how to assign roles, resources and expenses to activities, and then how to optimize a resource schedule. And at this point, you have created a resource program which allows you to see resource demand and cash flows. We then move on to the subject of how to update a resource schedule, and then we look at other methods of organizing project data, global change, managing the enterprise environment, multiple project scheduling, utilities, and earned value.